Hello, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator. Last time out we repaired this fancy looking Vulcan Spectre. He'd driven over a pothole, so there we go. Let's see who's next. And here we go, coming back in with an Aisin Cougar. Replace all brake pads. It's me again, I don't know who he is. He's got more cash. He needs new brakes because he's almost crashed about 4 times. I wonder if this is the guy with a really cheap car that he didn't want his parents to know had broken. Right, anyway, brake pads. I think that's what he said. Wrong button. Brake pads. Brake pads. Okay, here we go. Fairly easy job, brake pads. Assuming I remember, yes, it's just take the wheel off job. I think the first time I replaced the brake pads, I forgot initially that there was 2 with each disc. That's the word. But I've remembered that, so hopefully that shouldn't be an issue. So we've got brake disc 1, pad 1. Calling the wrong things doesn't help. Brake pad 2. What are they on? 1%. Crikey! I'm amazed he only nearly crashed. Alright, let's unbolt. Yeah, your wheels look a little bit nasty too. What condition zone? 51%. Crikey. Still, we all know what it's like to try and keep a naff car on the road cheaply when we were young. Yeah, I have to say when I was young now because I can't admit to being young. Because I'm not. You're only as young as you feel, apparently. I don't really feel that young. Some days are better than others, let's say. Anyway, enough about me. More about brake pads. Bolty bolts. Brake pad. 20%. Wow. That one's nearly new. Can't bend down that hard. There we go. Do unbolty. Alright. Take you off, Mr. Caliper. And you are 54%. Hey, that's... Now I'm questioning whether he wants all of them replaced, because they're relatively good condition. Let's double check. How much is he paying us? $700. Replace all brake pads. Okay, well let's just double check with Magic Vice, who gives the advice. And it says we could repair the calipers. How do I scroll right? how do I scroll right? What if there's things other than calipers that to be fixed? No. Okay, I'm going to assume that means there isn't anything else to fix. Right, brake pads. I hope no. I feel like one of those people who turns off the monitor and then says, have I turned the PC off? No. That's how I'm trying to turn it on. I turned the monitor on, nothing happened. Right, brake pads. Pads. So we need 6 of these, so that's going to be $300. No, we need 8 of these. That's $400. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could skimp and give him crappy ones. Well, I say I could. Knowing my luck, the game would say no, despite the fact that he wouldn't know any different. I'm in a disassemble. I want to be in assemble mode. Putting on the brake pads. That's slightly frustrating. There we go. Caliper, bolty, and the wheel. Alright, that's one wheel done. Next wheel. I was trying to put the awkward on first, but no. Okay, and the caliper. Yeah, man. Bolty bolty. Right, stick on his wheel. This is second best wheel. Yep, that's the professional way of doing it. And next, have a brake pad. A brake pad and a caliper. Bit of an iffy looking caliper. I could have fixed that, I suppose. I wonder if it's supposed to be the same person and I'd fixed more than I was meant to, whether that would be recorded or whether it would just be the same whether I'd done that or not, and it's everything's set to a certain damage level when you when it comes in, you know, it's a pre-scripted thing. I imagine it's the pre-scripted thing, but you're never sure with these games. The extra little detail can sometimes take you by surprise. I'm not committed enough to actually try and work it out. Something for the youth to do. We've got time and energy and... Oh, did I forget to put the wheel on? Oh yeah. Too busy chatting. Yeah, that was easily the quickest way of doing that. Right, so no parts to assemble. This is in the bottom right. Try to move the mouse down to it, but the mouse doesn't move in this mode. So, very good, thank you very much. Ting! Tell all your friends. Alright, well that's a horrible colour of blue. Perform a test drive, replace all damaged parts. My car clatters when I drive in the morning, but the sounds disappear after about 15 minutes. Could you do something about it? It's really annoying. What, like come and drive your car for 15 minutes in the morning before you get in it? I guess that's not quite what you mean. That's a seriously unfriendly colour. I mean, you know, you're driving down the road, that goes past you, and you just turn your head to make sure, and you'd crash, and oh dear. Anyway, enough of that. Test drive. You'd think the test drive would be right next to the garage, otherwise how legal is it to drive to? Okay, well the public convenience garage is using the same test drive, test track even. Sounds alright. Sounds a little bit exciting, if anything. Oh, it doesn't brake very well. Oh, no, it brakes well enough, apparently, according to the program. Oops. Gotta go round the slalom. Rum. And over the buddy bubs. Do that because it makes your voice go. And then brake. Oh yeah. So now we should know everything that requires fixing, yes? And we've written it all down on this list to help us. How much is he paying us out of interest? How much is it worth? 800 used. So replace all damaged parts. Clatters. Sounds disappear after 15 minutes. I have no clue what would cause the sound to only be for a little while. Surely it's something to do with suspension, he said. Well, it doesn't look good. 74%. Well, it's not terrible. None of these bits look particularly knackered in that sense. I mean, this looks a bit knackered, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, I want that bit. Unbolty. So it's only 800 bucks, so it can't be these suspension arms, can it? No, that's 81%. There you have it back. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to be suspension related. In the wrong mode. Let me just pull that off whilst we're here. 71%. Have a quick glance at the back. All seems relatively okay. I suppose if it's making a noise that slowly gets better, it's more likely an engine-related noise, because the oil would, when the engine warms up and the air becomes better. Mechanics knowledge to the front. That's why I'm still at the back of the house. Oh, that looks nasty. Maybe it's the exhaust. Suspension belt looks serpentine belt looks a bit knackered. It all looks a bit knackered, actually. I'm not sure what these look like when they're totally dead, though. What's that? 70%. Doesn't seem too bad. Okay, that's at 75%. These are all roughly the same. It doesn't seem too bad at all. Whereas this looks horrific. I have to take the whole bloody exhaust off, don't I, to get to that. Okay. Oh, what have just been taken off? Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, it's the timing stuff. Let's put all that back on. Oh, what's that starter motor? That looks a bit knackered too. Oops-a-daisy. Oh, that's all gone wrong. There we go. Well, I say it looks knackered. It's just this sort of brown colour, which could be very normal. 74%. It's quite normal, apparently, that colour. Yeah, let's put a starter motor in here, I think. Thank you very much for the option. Awesome. Right, timing gear back in. Assemble mode. Huh? No, assemble mode. Thank you. Right. Idler pulley. Timing belt. Tensioner. Alternator. I didn't take the alternator out. Watch that being a mistake. Okay, I think that's all the bits for there. Doesn't say no more parts to assemble, but that's presumably I've got a wheel off. Yeah, I've got a wheel off still. Okay, let's lift it up and have a look at the... Oh yeah, I've got to remove the exhaust potentially to get this front piece of the exhaust. Manifoldy thing. Okay, so... Exhaust. Let's get into disassemble mode. Bolty. Oh yeah. One piece of perfectly fine muffler removed. No jokes. Can't even see those bolts. Where are we going? Let's stick our head in the car. That's got to help. At one with the car. Oops. Oh, no, I clicked on the wrong thing as it whizzed past. Oh, I want that. I think it might help if I turn around. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. That next, please. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's taking them away from all distance. And bolt your head. Squee. Alright, and then is this the last bit? No. No, it's not the last bit. But there we go. I think it's connected to the last bit. Oh, I've not been noticing the percentage of these, but the metal doesn't look too rusty. 70%, whereas this one, which I presume you can't take out from here, so I have to be... no. Oh, I'm at the wrong end. Both look the same. This horrible public convenience. Don't know why we've bought out a public convenience and converted it into a garage. Whatever. I had no say in the matter. I just woke up one morning and I was here. Right. Oh, just a few bolts for this one. 4 for each of these holes. Oh yeah. This makes me want to get that bolting upgrade, but it's so expensive, the upgrade. Oh, that was 25%. Okay. Let's check your oil, sir, whilst we're here. Oil filter. Perfectly fine. Let's pop that back in. No, oil filter, please. And the cap. Check your oil levels. I have to be in disassemble mode for that, don't I? It's just so ridiculous. There's no oil. So let's pop a bit of oil in whilst we remember. Okay, so we've added oil, we've got this bit of manifold, whatever it's called, to fix. Let's have the magic advice. No repairable parts in inventory. Repairable. So Christopher Walken would say, none of these are repairable. I've no even idea what it's called. Let's do a quick check. I got more brake pads than cents. Let's sell some of these. Yes. 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 I get the 46% one. That might be useful for something. Yep. Right, where was it? Here. Exhaust manifold. Oh, it's a manifold. How about that? It's almost like I knew what it was called. E for exhaust. Manifold. Oh god, there's 3. Well, I don't think man had any extra bits, so 600 US bucks. How much are we getting paid for this? I don't often check this, because usually it's fine. A little bit more than that. I think all this work, you know, to take the whole exhaust system off, sir, and oh crikey, it took us minutes. Absolute minutes. I have to charge you by the minute, because... Oh, yeah, that's right. I want to put that on. Then we have to bolt it on. Bolty, bolt. If only you could take a break whilst you're bolting in real life. La 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 la. Look, I'm bolting it with just one finger. Alright. And then the rest of the bits, please. Oh, you have to make it rise up. That's right, you close the boot for me. The boot, the hood. Right, so... oh, there it is. Connect that bit, please. Yes, as if by magic. Want to bolt it on from here. Oh, yeah. Bolting it through the suspension. Take that, Bush. I always want to say that to Bush's face. And then the next piece. And then the next piece. Although it's actually moving me along the exhaust when I do it this way around, when I'm facing it. I wonder if that's a thing, or whether I'm going to run out of space. These are the questions which keep me awake at night. They don't really. Still, it's better than the way I was doing it before. Awesome. I've not made a single joke about mufflers. Maybe I'm tired. Or maybe there aren't that many. Okay, so is that all items? I can mouse over the area, it should tell me now. Look. Woo, more no. So I've left something else off. Okay. It's not an exhaust piece. Oh, it's that wheel, isn't it, of course. Excuse me. So down you come. And in wheel oh no, there's bits of steering that I took off, bits of suspension even, bits of steering. I don't think the car has a steering as such. Alright, bolt him in there, and then the tie rod. I think that's what it's called. No, it's a sort of sway bar. It ties two bits together, so I think it was a tie bar. Still, it isn't, so there we go. And on with the wheel, Revton. A name made poorly. It's hard to think of good names. Right, anyway, so now it should say down here the magic words, no parts to assemble. Could do with a paint job, of course, because... Right. Okay, all done. What do we think? One more. Right, let's have one more. So, yep, repaired. Thank you very much. Tell all your friends. And please come again. Wow, that's a horrible looking... two horrible coloured cars in quick suspension. Quick suspension? Like I'm reading suspension and... Anyway. I'm back! My wife uses a sat-nav when she visits her mother, but it doesn't tell her about the quality of roads. It takes her on the worst roads I've ever seen. The suspension is a mess. You know what to do. Thanks. Well, I need to come and tell you about not being horrible about your wife, it seems. Anyway. Well, it's not as horrible as I first thought. It's garish, but sort of pinky red. So suspension, you say? It's been a bit of a suspension-y day. Cue jokes about being held in suspension, or something. Apparently my jokeometer has died. My God, the state of this. I think it's him. I think he uses his wife as a cover. I bet he's not even married. 38%. Well, it's not great. 46% again. It's not awesome. Right, that's knackered. Okay, no shadow of a doubt. So that was the thing that I think it was a tie rod, but isn't, is a sway rod or something. And oh my God, that's 0. I'm not sure I've seen 0 before. 39%. Well, again, not terrible, but not great. So does any of this stuff need replacing? What is that even? Oh, has it crashed? Oh no, it's just reminding me that I need this invisible bolt. Drive axle 55% is fine. I say fine. Fine to the extent that they can keep it. Big bolt. Oh, it's got little things on the bolt. Little realism things. And how much, what was this at? 46%. I think you can keep that, to be honest. 38%. I guess we'll see how much that needs fixing. So I need to fix the... that might be the same on all the tyre wheel... 4 corners, I guess you'd call it. That's right, put my mouse over to the right somewhere. Now we're disassembling. For God's teeth. Keep up. Okay. Do the curry motion. Do the curry motion. Right, so let's take off the sway bar link, which is at 47% on this side. That's not the thing I'm supposed to be removing. No. Click on the... right, there we go. So the shocks, these were absolutely dead on the other side. Yeah, pretty dead. 43%. I suggest that they're fine. So, is this the same problem at the back? Not as certain how the suspension works at the back. That looks like it in there. Looks like I have to be underneath. Bush out. No, I have to do underneath. What's all this stuff? Underneath stuff. Okay, so let's lift her up. And get a gander underneath. So what's this? Suspension arm. That sounds like something we need to remove. %. Oh, I've got to take the fuel box off. Muffler. Alright, and then unbolt that. Suspension arm, which is 44%, that seems okay. 39%, not terrible. Oh, what's that? That looks pretty beat up. Where are you hiding the bolt? There it is. Shock absorber rear 11%. And the one on the other side? Oh, stupid camera. Let's take the spring off. What's that doing? 10%, that needs replacing. But that doesn't look as bad. %. So let's put that back on. Okay, so two of the things we needed are the suspension arms for the rear. What's the chance of having two suspension arms? I thought it was suspension spring rear. So I'll take. I think I wanted one of those. Suspension arm rear. Suspension arm rear. Suspension arm front. Suspension arm rear. I think I wanted A's. Left A, right A. Oh god, there's so many. Suspension arms. Where are you? I wish there was a thing which just sort of had the bits you'd removed from this car. Suspension arm rear left A and rear right A. Hey, what? Hang on a minute. I'm confusing myself now. Suspension arm. Oh, he's gone back to the bottom of the list. There's no scroll bar. What the hell? Suspension arm rear left A and rear right A. Yeah, that's absolutely obvious. Suspension arm left A and right A. Left A and right A. Right, okay. Let's pop those on. So, spring. Yeah, whatever. Isn't there something else that's meant to go in here? I took a bush out of. There's a bush there. Oh yeah, there's this arm thing here on the left. Oh. There, that. Yeah, let's click on it several times. Oh, shock absorber rear, so I need one of those. Did I check the magic vice? You know, I'm not sure I did. Oh, it'll be so sad. Oh, well, there you go. That'll teach me. Anyway, I need a suspension arm rear. Suspension arm... Oh, well, that's what they are. Or maybe it's one of these. Shock absorber rear, that sounds like it. Awesome. Shock absorber rear. That device there. Bolts are at the bottom somewhere where it's not showing me, look. And the muffler. Okay, so I think that's the rear put back together. He said tentatively. What I really should have is what looks like the invoice, but it's for the garage use only, and it should tick off the bits I've removed, tick the bits I've replaced or fixed, and then it should also list the bits I've put back in. You know, sort of refitted, ticked. Oh well, whatever. So, I'm in assemble mode. And show me the thing I need to assemble. Oh, it's... well, it's up here somewhere. Oh. Oh, I'm in disassemble mode again. Oh, stop putting me in a different fucking mode. Alright, have you shafted? What's it? Oh yes, shock absorber A front right. Okay. Shock absorber A front right. Shock absorber A front right. Okay. Shock absorber A front right. Okay, good. Hopefully the rest of the car that's knackered isn't important. Oh, that's little tie rod thingy. There you go, look, 47%. Brand new. And your crappy wheel. Yeah, if I was good at remembering, I'd probably have worked out by now whether orange was a colour you had to replace or whether it was acceptable to put back in. Can't say that I know. Oh, we're in assemble mode. Oh yeah, there we go. Spring, 39%. Shock absorber A, front left. Shock absorber A, front left. Should be next to that. Shock absorber A, front left. Okay. Shock absorber A, front left. Goes there. Bolting, bolting, bolting. Oh yeah. Ooh, sway bar end link left. Sway bar end link left. Sway bar end link left. Typical. Sway link blah blah left. Sway something left. Left. Oh dear. Sway bar end link left. Shiny and new. You smell bolts though, just to be annoying. Alright, that's that. And there's your wheel. That's right. Alright, no parts to assemble, I hope. It hasn't said no parts to assemble. So it's pointless looking here. Something's still missing. Whee! Spotted it. Spotted what was missing. Of course, if there's something inside missing, then that's a bit more annoying, but still. That was a relatively easy fix. Come on. Yeah, no parts to assemble. Woo! Alright, so assuming that that is correct, thank you very much for watching. I hope the coloured cars haven't scarred you for life. Or indeed, for any amount of time. It's not ticked, so I'm going to stop saying goodbye. Bollocks. Alright, let's double check things. Let's check the rear. I felt the front looked alright. I imagine either I've missed something which is knackered, or I have to repair more of the orange bits than I was hoping for. Don't know what that bit is. Oh, what about these bits? What's that? Well, that's a bush. It's not a very happy looking bush. 50% seems fine. Put the bush back in. Another bush on to the side. Can we see it at all? No. Can't zoom out far enough to see it. %. Well, what are these arm things that they're stuck in? Am I supposed to be able to take these off? Oh dear. So I need a rubber bushing. Remember your alphabet. R before S. Rubber bushing. Rubber bushing. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Nope. Still more to do. Definitely wish I had a list of what I'd done now. Check the bushing. 54%. 51%. So they're all fine. So there's one rubber bushing that was required to be replaced. What's this? Suspension arm front left. How do we get that off? Hey, take the bushing out. Hilarious. Not sure I looked at these. Because I tried to look at them when I was on top, but I couldn't. 40%. That seems alright. Rubber bushing. And then unbolting. Yes, please. Yes. 10%. Okay, let's see if Magic Vice has got any advice. Oh, look at that. My mouse is somewhere unexpected, but still. That's those fixed. Let's pop those back on, see if that made the difference. The bit where I hadn't fixed something that required fixing and all. Okay, so assemble mode, please. Let's pop him in and screw stroke bolts. Not bolt being the actual word required. And bushing. Nobody's going to bush me. Nice shiny new suspension arm. And it's bushing. And this time it still requires something else. Okay. Did I take these off before? Yeah, I fixed these, didn't I? 38%. Alright, one thing at a time. So, we need a suspension spring. I hope that's what it was called. Suspension spring rear. Okay. Slide it on in assemble mode. Stick your arm back on. Oh, I got two of those. Is that because I bought one and fixed one? Spare one for future. Alright, how's that look? Surely that was all it really... Yes! Alright, thank you very much for watching. I shall now bring this down and polish off the greasy handprints. I might leave one on the seat though. No, that's cruel. Especially to the poor man's wife if she does have to actually deal, she does exist and does have to deal with this piece of car. I say piece of car, it's not like he keeps it in very good condition. Certainly blame him. Anyway, thank you for watching and putting up with all that, and we shall see you next time because you can't resist. Bye now.